Hey guys, it's Shadow. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to do a Drush FC unique unit build order. A bit of a disclaimer with this build, very few maps are Drush FC maps, let alone Drush FC unique unit maps, as you need to secure a safe-ish gold, stone and wood line to be able to do it. You also have to recognise the fastest path to getting these resources secured in terms of walling, as walling too much can make this build too tight. With that out of the way, we're doing this build as Magyars as I have no eco bonus of this build, despite Magyar Hussar not being a normal FC unique unit. Shall we begin? Build 2 houses and send the first 6 villagers to sheep. The next 4 villagers go to wood. The next villager lures a boar. If you notice that the boar is quite far away, you may wish to send a villager gathering sheep to do this a little earlier. Villager 12 builds 2 houses, then collects 10 gold and goes to wood afterwards. The next 4 villagers go to berries. Build the second boar with one of the villagers underneath the TC when the first boar has about 175 food remaining. Villager 17 makes a barracks and then builds a house and walls afterwards. Villager 18 walls the side you're not already walling. Seed farms with villagers underneath the TC every 60 wood. 3 more villagers go to wood. Five villagers go to straggler trees. These villagers will be prioritised as farm villagers. Two villagers go to stone. Click loom, click feudal age. 4 villagers underneath the TC go to gold. When the sheep villagers finish gathering, send them to a straggler tree. Your eco balance on the way up to feudal age should be as follows: 8 on wood, 14 on food minus walling villagers, 4 on gold and 2 on stone. At this point you do want to rush up any walls that have not already been completed. When you hit feudal age, create 2 villagers and send them to stone. With 2 wood villagers, make 2 age up buildings, generally a blacksmith with a stable archery range. This depends on your unique unit. These 2 villagers will also go to stone. Send 1 villager from the straggler tree to stone as well, so you have 7 in total. Click up to the castle age. On the way up to the castle age, you'll want to get double bit axe and horse collar. Your eco balance before berries run out should look like 7 on wood, 12 on food, 4 on gold and 7 on stone. Once berries run out, you will send them to wood, gold or farms as necessary. This will depend on your unique unit. Around by, for example, I would send 2 villagers to gold and 2 to wood from berries. Conquistadors, however, I would send 2 to make farms and 2 to gold. Once you're up to castle age, get bow saw and drop the castle, preferably near a wood line and gold to keep these resources safe. If you are under a lot of pressure already, you will likely want to drop this with a lot of villagers, otherwise I'd just send the stone villagers to do it. The perfect uptime for this build is 1630. Idle time is likely to be a mixture of the amount of walling required and any efficiencies in the build you had. Going up 1 villager later can make this build less tight, but it is slightly more risky as your opponent will have more time to pressure you, and it is important for you to get this castle up as soon as possible to mitigate this. After this point, your eco balance will depend on the unit you're producing and any possible follow-ups, for example adding forward siege or monks. A couple of notes I have for this build. I have done this without pushing deer to ensure it is possible in suboptimal conditions, however I highly recommend pushing at least one deer if they are nearby. You don't want to delay your scouting too much as scouting when drushing is essential, but I have found it to be very helpful. Don't be afraid to switch this to a men-at-arms build or a drush flush build as necessary. If you recognise your opponent may be planning to go for a more aggressive play or that your map is too hard to defend, this build is quite punishable, especially by towers due to later uptime. Whereas a men-at-arms build and a drush flush build obviously have a little more pressure on the map. I hope you have found this build order useful. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with the rest of my videos. Thanks for watching.